Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with an unboxing. I guess you have seen this in other channels, but I just want to do it here in my channel as well and talk a little bit about the new Warhammer 40k 8th edition. So this is the starter set. If you have not seen that, I would hope that you haven't seen. So I'm going to open this and I'm going to show you what you find inside of the starter set, what is my opinion about that, and also what is my opinion about the new Warhammer 40k. So this is a sliding box. We take this out, and inside of the box we have this, okay, this nice box, and this is a small box where we have all the miniatures inside. Okay, so we have here all the miniatures. I will show this later. Then we have inside, we have the full book. This time we have the complete book. We don't have the small rule book as they used to do in the past. And then we have these two small codex or army books, how you want to call it, I don't know what will be, or new index books. We have the instructions to do to assembly, and also I like now that they put also some paint guides on how to paint these guys, on how to paint the different miniatures. We have the core rules here, okay, just this small 8 pages. Transfer sheet where we have Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, okay, and here we have for the Hellblasters. So it's good because here they explain you what are these markings for, and this is them, for example, the Great Company markings, the runes. So we have here the different markings, and I think this is interesting. I haven't seen this before. I don't know if normally I don't pay too much attention to the transfer, but I think it's the first time I see that they explain which is each marking, and you don't have to go to your codexes to know it. We have the nice bases here, okay, and we have the bases of the miniatures and the measuring the measuring tool. I will put it out here, this thing, okay. I will take this out and I will show you what you find in the books, okay. So this is the Space Marine Primarius. These are theme books. I think these are just for you to have an idea how 23 pages, just to have the rules to play the different miniatures that we have inside. So these books have a little bit of fluff at the beginning, explanation of the different units. They explain the different units. This is like the structure of the codexes, but in a very small condensed form. We have some paint schemes. We have different chapters, color schemes. We also have here the Crimson Fist. We have the Black Templars, a part of the chapters that we have seen, and the Imperial Fist. Okay, we have here more Salamanders, White Scars. So you have different color schemes where you can get inspired from, and then we have here some paint, showcase of the paint jobs. We have the different rules of the different units inside. I go fast because I will not go in detail on what each unit does, and we have the points for the match play. So with this book, you don't need the index starters to play the primaries. Okay, you don't need the index starters of Imperium to play the primaries. All the info is here. The same for this book. So we have some fluff, okay, explanation of the different units. This is a unit, this almost all is new in 40k, so they create new units. Again, we have different color schemes, so Norgal does not need to be always green. You can have this creamy, this pale blue, so this is also very darkish colors, and there are different ones. And then we have here some paint jobs to show you how to paint it at higher level. I don't know if this is heavy metal, but some of them are close to heavy metal. And then we have the rules. Here we have also some the sick powers for the Norgal. Okay, so we have the explanation, and then we have the different units, and again we have the points at the end. So again, you don't need index starters to play all the miniatures that come in the box. So you can play them without the index starters. Of course, if you want to increase your collection, you will need the index starters. And then we have the rule book. Okay, this is the main book, and I would say that the quality is very nice. You see this. We have very. I always love this picture, although we have seen this a lot of times. Here we have the Emperor. Okay, and what we have is very nice artwork. You see, super nice artwork. And then we will have some background at the beginning. So this is really nice artwork. We have here the content. So the first part is mainly up to where it starts. I think it's open play. So it's just, the rules are starting here. So 188 pages are fluff and showcase. Okay, so we have really evocative. I think I always like to do the fluff and the pictures. These are very inspiring. I did a little introduction what is Warhammer 40k. So this is not even fluff, it's just talking about what it's about, this type of games. We have this to mark where we are, in case you are reading the fluff. Okay, and then we have all the fluff. We start with the history of the Imperium. Of course, the fluff is centered on the Imperium. So you can expect there is a lot of information about the Empire, about the Imperium of the humanity. So we have all how this have evolved and the different ages, and the I guess they will talk a little bit about the Horus Heresy. I will not go. So we have the new map where we have the Cicatrix Maledictum. So this is really the new map of the universe, or of the galaxy, I have to say. And then they talk about the Dark Imperium. That is the age we are now. After the Gathering Storm. And then we have the armies of the Imperium, and now they will talk about each army. I have some of these drawings look a little bit of, they look like computer rendering sometimes. So we have here again the Space Marines, and explanation about the Space Marines and the Blood Angels and the Dark Angels, Space Wolves. So all the different armies of the Imperium are explained here. Okay, so I will not go in detail. So we have the Mechanicus, Legius Cybernetica, and the Skittery, and we have the Imperial Knights and the Imperial Agents, where we have here the Dectus Odoritas. So we have all them here. Okay, Imperium at War, and then we have these super nice showcases. Always nice to look at the showcases. I think it's always interesting to look at them and get inspired from the paint job of real professional people. Forces of the Chaos, again they talk about the 4 Chaos demons, 4 Chaos gods, sorry, the demons of Chaos, Hereticus, they changed the name of the Chaos Space Marines, and now they are called Heretic Astartes. And then what is curious is we only have Death Guard and Thousand Sons, and then they talk about the Renegades. I'm wondering if they will go deeper on the Renegades. But for me what is interesting is that there is not the other legions, they only talk about these 2 legions here. We have Chaos and Bone, and then we have all these nice pictures where Chaos are slaughtering the enemies. And then we have the Xenos, and Xenos starts with the Eldry, and then we have here the different types of Elders. Cathwar, we have the Cathwar, we have the Bukari, Dark Eldar, Harlequins, and Inari. That is the last, it's from the Gathering Storm. We have the Necrons, then they talk about a little bit about the Necrons, Orcs and Necrons. Orcs have a little bit more explanation than Necrons, Tau Empire. Okay, here we have, and Tyranids. They kind of, this, I love this artwork here. There is really nice artwork on this book. The Genestealer cult. And then we have pictures of the different aliens or Xenos. Okay, so here we have. I will not go into detail on this. Then they go to Eternity of War, and these are the different war scenarios or the different war zones. Okay, and they talk about the different war zones that they are now ongoing. And what is interesting is here we have the list of the armies involved on the force of. So here we have the force of the Imperium and the force of the Chaos. So we have the list of the different forces that are in each war zone. So if you want to do some narrative, I think here there is quite some nice information about what's happening there. Okay, again we have all these war zones explained here, and then there is only war, and it's where the game starts. So we're starting here to have the rules. I don't see the page, it's page 170, this one. Okay, and then we have all the rules. We have first a little bit of introduction. I will not go in detail on all the rules. I guess you have seen other channels. For me, really, the new rules, so far I like them a lot. What I have seen up to now, I really enjoy. I really like what I see. Of course, we are going to find broken things. I don't think this will be avoidable, but with the new attitude of Games Workshop, I think we can get a more balanced game. And we have seen this on Age of Sigmar, I think. So I really like the new direction of Games Workshop. I really like the new direction of Warhammer 40k. I like the new rules, very simple, straightforward, easy to play, easy to learn. And yeah, there is some strange things, as all the rules that you need to learn. But yeah, I think it's one of the most exciting moments for me in this studio Warhammer 40k. I think the only moment of comparison that was so excited was maybe at the 4th edition or something like that. So it's been for a long time that I was not that excited for a new version of Warhammer 40k. So we see here there is all the narrative and all the different scenarios. Here one of the important things, for example, I think this was the ambush. The ambush, the idea is that these guys have to escape, okay? So if you make, of course, all flyers here, you will win because you escape quite easily. So these scenarios, I think, are thinking to play with standard armies, not to go to the edge or try to look for a list that is for this concrete scenario. Maybe another interesting thing to do it, to play these scenarios, that you make your army, and once your army is made, then you play which scenario you're going to play randomly. This can be also a good option. So, but I like to see these fluffy and different scenarios. They don't have to be balanced, and they don't look for balancing. They just look for a challenge. I think for me, I always look these scenarios as a challenge for your for the strategy. So a strategy challenge that what you want to play. Okay, there is more information here about how to play, and then there is match play. And match play, I guess, is where we are going to play the most of us, where it's where you use the points, exactly the points, and these are the most of the battle reports are focused on the match play with these new deployments. These two completely new. These were quite common on previous editions, not on 7th, but was very common on 5th edition, I think. Yeah, we'll say 3rd, 4th, 5th was one of the most common deployments. Yeah, the other two deployments were also used in the past, and this was very well used in 7th and 6th, and these are the really new deployments. So we have yeah, all the different rules. I don't go into detail all what we have here. Well, we have also this. I love this. I really love it. This on 7th edition. I think this, for me, this was the best addition on 7th. Was the milestone missions. I really like because it makes the game super dynamic from my point of view, and I just bought the deck because I really enjoyed playing that. Here we have the missions for the milestone missions. Okay. All the different milestone missions. Then we have the band rules, and the band rules, what we are going to find is mainly this, how it's called this, well, we have the forging the armies, and then we have, yeah, well, band rule, we have also the organization chart that we have to follow when we are organizing armies. I think they are super open, and they allow you to almost do any type of army that you would like to do. They also talk about the different types of terrain, and the rules for the different types of terrain. And then we have the battle zones, and then we have the rules for planet strike, and we have and then the missions for planetfall, cities of death, and how to play cities of death, a Stormcall assault. This is quite summarized. I don't know if they are expecting to increase more information, death from the skies. So it's really, I think here we have a lot and a lot of material. And then we have campaign rules. There is a lot of material here, so if really only with this core book, if you just stop playing just match gaming and you start playing other missions and other, I think here you have really material to play a lot. I don't think I even have time to play all the material we have here, so it's really interesting to see how much material they put on that. And of course, as I bought the box, we have here the miniatures. Now I'm going to open the miniatures. They come with the purity seal. They already broke because I really wanted to see what was inside. I'm too impatient not to look at that. They come quite. I think this is a good thing to put the miniatures. They are more protected than they used to be. Now let me see if I can show you on a white background. It's going to be easier. So how many sprues we have? This is one sprue we have here. Okay, this is a unique sprue. Let me see if I can move closer so you can see better the tail. So here we have one of the characters backpacks. We have one of the new half, and here we have the other half of the new backpack. Okay, so here we have the new backpack from the Primaris Space Marines. Remember, these are Primaris Space Marines. They are bigger than the current Space Marines. Then we have this. Sorry that is moving this thing. These are the two that are the same, where we have the new plasma weapons. Okay, so we have 2 times this sprue. We'll go just. We have the new plasma weapons here. They are quite detailed, very nice. I think the detail on this sprue is really nice. We have the new bolters, so I don't remember exactly the name of this. These are like heavy bolters when they have these two together. For the new interceptor squad, that is the one that goes on the jump pack. Here we have another jump pack, and the other jump pack will go on the clonic of this. So we have 2 of the plasmas. So we will have 5 plasma weapons, and then here we have new bolters. Really new bolters are looking really also very good. So very nice miniatures. They are still Space Marines. If you don't like Space Marines, most likely you are not fan of this. Then we have here the big sprue. Let me see if this is focusing. Okay, we have one of the other sprue for Primaris. So we have 3 small sprues and 2. One is the same 2 times. Then here we have the other sprue where we have more of the Primaris. We have the banner here. The good thing on the banner is they don't put any symbol in the middle. This is good because then you can put the symbol of your chapter. So I think this is a very clever way to do it. Of course you have to do the freehand, but maybe we can use some of the. I'm wondering if you can use some of the transfers. If you are, this can be maybe one possibility. You put it here in the middle. So I'm thinking this is not a bad option. So we have here one of the new swords. So really, this is really, look, this bolter is also very nice. So Volgan, sorry. So and then we go to the ones that are for the chaos. So in the case of the chaos, we have this sprue 2 times. Okay. This is the sprue that has time. We have the new type of zombies for Norgal. We have it here. So another one here. Of course, we are going to have 2 times this sprue, so this is going to be repeated. And we have one of the Plague Marines. I think just one of the Plague Marines. So we are only going to have 1 Plague Marine repeated. What is nice, I think it's a good compromise. I think the variation is quite good, and it's a good compromise just to have 1 sprue repeated. So that means that at the most you are going to have is 2 times the same miniature, no more. There are some games that they are just spamming the same miniature, and you have the same miniature 3, 4, 5 times. This is not. I prefer not to have that, especially if you're painting. And here we have the new Plague Marines. They really look awesome. So look, this guy with the chains. I don't know if this is one of the characters or just one. I'm not that familiar. This cloak here, you see, this is really interesting. We have a lot of details. Of course, this is more taste of everybody. If you like this bell here, but it's really the detail. It's incredible. It's very well done. look this looks like, oh sorry, this looks like flying wings, so really interesting stuff. Very nice. I really love. And here we have the big sprue for the Norgal, where we have the new Devon. Okay, here we have the front of the Devon. Let me see if I can show it to you. Okay, we have the top of the Devon. We have the cape of the, I guess this is the cape of the character. Let's see if I can turn this and show it to you. Okay, we have the engines of the Devons here, one here, another here. So really, it's, we have another one here. So the 3 helix of the Devons, or propellers, I have to say. Really nice. The backpacks, they are awesome, very highly detailed. I really love. I think it's a kit that you can really enjoy. For people that like to paint, it's also a great kit. So what I like of this kit is you have awesome miniatures, you have a nice rule book, very nice presentation. If you are just interested in gaming, I think that you have quite a nice stuff to start. So if you are just starting on 40k, you have good stuff to starting. And if you like painting and you are a veteran player like me, you have here awesome miniatures to paint. So really a kit that I highly recommend. I'm not regretting to buy this kit. Of course, more plastic to paint in my case, but really lovely kit. So let me zoom out a little bit, because I want to finish here the video. So this is the iconic image now for 40k. I think it's representing what you have in the box. Half Space Marine, half Death Guard. So really, I would say great kit. If you have the opportunity, I really advise to buy. And if you only are interested in one of the armies, I think this is going to be easy to sell, because the miniatures are high quality. I still think Games Workshop sometimes is in a different quality than most of the competition. So I really love, and yeah, let's see if this summer I can do some painting tutorials on how to paint that. So I think for the next month it's going to be tricky, because I will be on holidays and I will be out of the country, but in August I will try to see if I paint one of the 2 armies that are inside just after the Genestealer Cult. Leave in the comments below what army you would like to see. The Space Marines, they will go in the colors of my Space Marine chapter, or if you would like to see the Death Guard painted. Maybe I will follow your suggestion depending on how many votes or how many people is voting. So that's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. If you can leave a comment below, if you can subscribe, if you don't subscribe it. If you want to see more, I'm planning to play a lot more 40k in the future with the new rules. And also, if you are interested in how to paint these miniatures, I will try to do as many tutorials as possible. That's all for now. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.